want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom in your boom, boom. We are back again.
Hold on, wait a second here. What is the boom, boom?
It's a vagina.
Okay, let's take the we out of there. We're going to take the we out. We're going to say that he wants that maybe. I don't know. I am not interested in that.
Oh, man.
Especially if you're a man.
You haven't been picking up on it, but I've been trying to quote, like, R&B songs, but then, like, steer it into, like, a sexual innuendo for philosophy. So, like, when I asked if there was any more room in those jeans for philosophy, there's a famous R&B song where the guy asks, is there any more room for me in those jeans? Like, that was a big R&B hit in the late 90s.
Okay. What percentage of our viewer base do you think understand these references?
That one, I'm sure.
The one I just did?
No.
Or in those jeans?
Both of them, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, all I wanted, that was a big hit in the 90s. All I want to do is zoom, 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 and you're
Really?
Yeah, man.
People wanted to listen to that?
That was on the radio quite often.
On the radio?
Well, before I knew what it meant. Yeah.
When do you plan on zooming in a boom boom?
Honestly, I'm going to say as far from now as possible, really. I have no desire.
Oh, man. You don't know what you're missing, man.
I want to keep it that way. Right? Not interested.
So, like, you're literally going to wait until the day that you decide to procreate?
Yeah, I mean, why would I need to do it before then?
For fun?
I can do other things for fun. I can do a podcast.
It's really fun.
I'll take your word for it, right? I need to experience that fun for myself, alright?
Yeah. There's few things in life that I'm enthusiastic about, but zoom and boom. Anyways, folks, we're back.
Thanks for clicking off this episode. If you did stick around, we want to thank you early.
Yeah.
For that one. I'm not sure what's worse, the end of our last episode or the beginning of this one. But if you watched both, hats off to you, truly.
Hey, well, stay tuned to next week because this is a theme now. So, like, I've got a few.
And keep one-upping ourselves here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, looks like the next one's yours, man.
Yeah, RomeBros go to the movies. So, we were talking about doing a sting in Colombia. Apparently there's an elementary school where they're cooking meth, and we're going to try to bring them down. But it got me thinking... if we did shoot a movie...
I don't think it was an elementary school.
Oh, I thought it was an elementary school.
No.
No? Well, they're cooking meth in Colombia.
It's probably a college class.
Yeah, oh, okay. See, I was worried because I was thinking then, like, if we went undercover, like, I would have to pretend... Like, there's no way I could pass for a student anymore. But I think if we shaved you and got you some kids' clothes, we could just say that you were, like, you know, an exchange student, got held back a couple years, you know what I mean, and you go undercover. But if we...
I want to be very clear. We have no evidence or reason to believe that there is a meth operation run by students in the city of Columbia, okay? We do not have any actual reasoning for that. It is a joke. It was a funny thing that I saw at work that, you know, was kind of like, haha, if you misinterpreted this, you might think there's a meth ring, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. All right, continue.
If there was a movie about your life, who would you want to play you in the movie?
Oh, that's a great question. Oh, man. Who would I want to play me? I don't know, man. I do like... I mean, I'm a big fan of... how am I already forgetting his name? I feel like we've talked about him on the show before.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I like that guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a relatively small guy. He's going to be bigger than me. But he's a funny guy. He's a
very talented,
very, very good actor. I think he'd be great. Is that her way of saying super hot?
That's what we do in this house. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
If
we say an actor or a singer is talented, that means that they're smoking hot.
Oh yeah, he's very talented. I don't really know. I mean, I don't watch too many movies.
Yeah. I think he could pull it off, though. I think he could do a good Marcel.
I'm sure a lot of people could.
What about you familiar with Michael Cera?
Oh yeah, he'd be good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I could see Michael Cera doing a good Marcel.
Yeah, he does. He plays a lot of nerds.
Well, and he's a very delicate man.
What's the other one that looks like Michael Cera but isn't Michael Cera? Isn't there another guy? The guy isn't he like doing a movie with Michael Cera like right now that just came out or something or is coming out? What the guy from Now You See It.
Oh, he is kind of like Michael Cera. What is that
Who is
guy's
that
name?
guy?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know.
We'll find him here in just a second, folks.
He has the same curly hair
Yeah.
kind of thing going on.
Now You See
I don't know if
Me?
he'd be a good Now You See. Is it Now You See Me or Now You See It? So I think it's me.
Yeah, Jesse
Yeah, that guy.
Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd make a good actor for me, but I just
I mean,
he said Michael Cera.
He
He did be looking like me though.
Yeah. I can see that. He probably would make a better you than Michael Cera, honestly.
But what about his acting skills though? You think he'd be good?
Oh yeah, he's a good actor. Now, he was a shitty Lex Luthor, but that was a shitty Batman movie all around. Because another talented actor, Ben Affleck.
Why do you put that in quotes?
Well, because he's not my fucking Batman. You know how people say not my president? Ben Affleck is not my fucking Batman, okay?
I thought talented men they're hot though. So you're saying he's not hot?
Well, I mean, I can't. I don't find him talented, no. But I mean, I'm sure, you know, that sentiment is in this.
Isn't he like, I thought he was like, all girls think he's hot, right?
They do. But like, he's not my fucking Batman, okay? So like...
Oh, he is pretty hot, okay.
I think Jim Parsons would be a good Marcel.
Jim Parsons? I'm not hit.
Jim.
What has he been?
I've heard that name before.
Big Bang Theory, I think.
Oh, Sheldon!
Sheldon? Yeah, I mean,
I am personality-wise, a little bit, maybe, but I don't think he looks like you.
No, he doesn't look like him.
Well, I mean, an actor doesn't have to look... I mean, you're not gonna...
Yeah.
You shouldn't be casting an actor based on looks alone.
Well, I mean, if we want a legitimate... Because, like, okay, if I were to pick someone to play me, I'd pick Kenan Thompson.
You're gonna have to give me a Pictoton. I
I
can't put the name on that.
Are you familiar with All That? It was kind of like it was like Saturday Night Live.
He wasn't even born.
Thompson.
When All That? Oh, damn, yeah, he probably wasn't.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be good. Yeah. I like that guy. He's a good actor.
No, you know who should play you.
He's too old. Forrest Whitaker. People all the time tell me I look like fucking Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest.
And which I kind of do, but like he's a little cockeyed.
Oh, he is really old.
Yeah.
If you Google young Forrest Whitaker.
Okay, Googling young Forrest Whitaker.
Which he does kind of look like me, but. And he's a great actor. I don't know why it hurts my feelings when people tell me. He's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, he kind of does.
Shut up!
I can see it.
Yeah. But oh man, it's always the most inopportune times though. People are like, hey, you kind of look like Forrest Whitaker. I'm like, all right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. What about you, my darling? If you had to pick someone to play you.
Oh hell, I don't know. Who would you pick?
I don't know. I don't really feel like there's anybody that looks like you. I know people tell you.
We're not. Why are we? The actor shouldn't be picked based on looks.
No, dude. Have you like
Anna Kendrick? If we're talking about personality.
Anna Kendrick.
That's the.
Or Kristen Bell.
Oh, I went to
Kristen Bell is fucking weird. It's funny, but she's. Oh, this lady. Okay, yeah, Anna Kendrick. I could definitely, cause yeah, she smiles the way you smile.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I am for legal reasons. I am going to have to withdraw my opinion from this topic.
Oh, understandable. I don't know, girl. I know. Like I give her grief about being a thief, but I think Amy Schumer could pull off your personality.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I'm hotter than her.
No, definitely. But I mean, she is pretty talented. Like
funny. She's funny.
Yeah, she's pretty. I wouldn't say she's funny. I'm pretty harsh when it comes to my critiques of comedians. So I wouldn't say she's funny, but she works hard.
She works hard.
She works hard. But yeah, man, I've always thought about like, man, if I did ever become famous enough, Now, if they did shoot a RomeBros movie,
how would they? Why would they shoot it? Why wouldn't we shoot it?
Well, I mean, I guess we could play ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, what would be the hijinks, or what would be the plot of the movie? Like, would it be like, oh, it's just another day we're shooting the podcast, and then the apocalypse happens? Zombie apocalypse?
All the crazy things that we talk about on the podcast come true.
Oh, shit, like, some, like, weird, like, genie casts a spell, like, in the weird shit, like, the weird would you rathers and everything that we started talking about.
Yeah, like we wake up with ice skates on our feet or something. That'd be pretty funny.
Have to fucking go to the office and ice skate.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be scary getting on the escalator. A pair of fucking ice skates.
Yeah, and then, like, we realize it, and then we, like, have to go on the podcast, and we have to, like, use our power to change the world for the better, but we end up ruining the world, and then we end up having to reverse the curse, you know?
Oh, man. Yeah, I would be like, once I realized what was going on, I'd be like, oh, man, wouldn't it be cool if I was just, like, all jacked and a professional wrestler for some reason?
Yeah, and then you're jacked as a professional wrestler, and it comes to the downsides,
yeah,
you don't realize.
I break my neck in a spot.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
fucking a quadriplegic.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
The unforeseen consequences,
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for,
Yeah.
Be the moral, yeah.
That whole monkey paw.
Yeah.
How would you feel if we started, if we watched a movie and then critiqued it after a while? Like, we, give our perspective on, critically acclaimed films.
Oh, we could do that. That could be cool. I don't know. I mean, the problem is, films are copyrighted, so...
Well, yeah, we definitely
we watch the film, and then we just... the episode is just us after we watch the film?
Yeah, hey, last week, the assignment was Fight Club, and then we just talk about...
Yeah, I mean, that could be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I don't know.
Because there's so many good movies that you haven't seen, man. I'm just like...
Well, I think I know the plot of Fight Club. I think I've seen enough... I saw, I don't know, the ending of it or something one time. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know the gist of Fight Club.
Have you seen any conspiracy theories? Or
about Fight Club?
Or not conspiracy theories, but just theories of what because okay, so you've seen people talk about Fight Club, so then you know that the character Tyler Durden wasn't a real guy.
Right.
There's a theory in which I plan on rewatching the movie with this in mind, that Marla wasn't real either. In which that fucking, for me, I don't know, you've never seen the movie, but, she's a lady that Edward Norton's character interacts with a lot. But, I want to rewatch the movie with that in mind, just checking to see if she ever interacts with anyone else, or, just stuff like that. Because, yeah, there's a theory that she's not real either, in which that fucking, that threw me for a loop. I never even considered that, and I've seen the movie a couple of times.
I mean, I think watching movies would be cool. I don't know if we want that to be our normal.
Well, yeah, no,
stuff,
just
but...
maybe how we got Would You Rather Sundays, every now and again.
Yeah, I mean, that would be down.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, that took us through.
You're gonna have to. I know you've got a bunch of your community you sent at some point recently. You sent a bunch of community posts.
Yeah.
I could not put those in community posts. I don't want to. They talk about.
Oh right, yeah, because
we can talk about them on the podcast.
Okay, all right, so yeah, that'll give us something to talk about today then.
Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, we're not putting that in the posts.
Yeah. Oh, well, right, yeah, even putting that guy's name in it.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
we're not doing that, man.
Okay, all right, well, with that in mind, would heaven feel like heaven if when you got to heaven, the evil mustache man was there?
I would have to say no for sure. Surely, right?
But by the rules, if in his last moments before they killed themselves, if he repented and was legitimate about it, supposedly, then you're welcome.
Are you allowed in a heaven if you end yourself though? I feel like.
Oh, well, right, yeah, that's against the rules, too.
Yeah, I feel like you're not really allowed
and that's
to do
the
that.
last thing
that's
you do.
You didn't really repent if you end yourself.
Damn.
Right.
So, yeah, he probably wouldn't be there, then.
Yeah, but if he was.
Yeah.
Let's say he didn't actually end himself and someone else ended him for him.
Yeah.
and he did somehow magically be there. Yeah, I don't think it would feel the same. But like maybe, I mean, some versions of heaven like have you just like all your humanity is just wiped, so maybe it wouldn't even be that bad.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Huh.
But then heaven wouldn't feel like anything. Heaven wouldn't feel like heaven because you don't feel anything. So I think no matter if he's there, no matter what, it's not feeling. It's not hitting the same.
Oh man. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out.
But I was thinking about that.
Get the shotgun, Jimmy.
Cause you know, like we touched on it too. Like all of like those those what are they called? Warmongers or like the warlords like that are in Africa, and then they turn their lives around and become like preachers and ministers and shit like that, or like pimps that become preachers and ministers. And it's like, would it really feel like heaven if you knew those guys, like what they did before, you know? And it's like, but I guess that comes with a whole other level of forgiveness.
I mean, they've had like more time to get over it. I mean, Mustache Man was, I mean, he was pretty bad up pretty much all the way up to the point he, died. Whereas someone, who was a bad person who turned it around, it's like they've had a lot of time to prove themselves and to, reflect on what they did. Whereas I don't think Mustache Man really had any of that.
But, okay, so could you attend a church if the pastor was a former pimp?
I mean, I couldn't attend a church at all.
Well, I
guess
that's more of a question for our religious viewers. If your pastor was a former pimp, could you still attend that church? I don't know that I could.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he'd have like a unique perspective to share?
For me, there are very few things that you could be that are worse than being a pimp. For me. And like I don't know where this sentiment came from, because even as in middle school, like sometimes I would let like my pinky nails grow longer and like paint my fingernails with clear nail polish because that's pimping, like I would like but that's a whole nother but those were the cool guys, especially like in the rap community, like those are the guys that you idolize and look up to. But like somewhere as an adult, like I have such a visceral hatred for those guys.
I mean, they are kind of exploiting women.
Yeah.
I kind of see where you're coming from on that one.
But even to the point, like, if we're watching a movie or something, and, like, there's pimps in it, like, the whole time I'm just like, when are they gonna fucking die? Like, I get angry. Like, I don't know where that came from. Like, nothing ever...
Probably your love of women.
Maybe, yeah, as I get older and, like, I, like, really, like... I don't know.
You care about women. You don't like seeing them be exploited, man. I think that's an admirable trait.
Lowest form of humans.
Hating pimps is admirable. You heard it here first, folks.
If I could get away with it, like, I would go, like, on a mission and, like, start Xing them off the board. Like, if,
I don't know if I'd go that far.
If we won, like, millions of dollars and, like, I could be, like, my own, like, vigilante superhero, like, my own version of the Punisher, I would go to, like, town to town.
But, like, you don't think that they can, reflect on their ways and grow and be a better person? No,
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, there are certain things I do, like, I'm very Old Testament about. Like, there are certain things that are unforgivable.
There are some sins that are unforgivable.
Yes.
So that's got to be your catchphrase. When you go to kill someone as a vigilante, you got to pull out your shotgun and say, there are some sins that are, and then you cock your shotgun and say unforgivable, and then you pull the trigger.
And then and that's the last thing they hear. That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass, actually.
Yeah, it is.
But what about you, my dear? Could you attend a church if the pastor used to be a pimp?
That's probably the only way I would attend a church. Yes.
I love it.
I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know.
See, some people need the pimp pastor,
I guess.
How are you going to kill the pimps when people need them to be a pastor who attend church?
I would. Every one of them. And round them up.
Well, speaking of going to church, I had a knock at my door.
Oh, yeah?
The other night. Was it last night or 2 nights ago? And it was like the weirdest knock. It was like not a normal knock. It was like...
No?
It was like a bit, like it had a little like, It wasn't your knock. That
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was weirder than mine.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was way longer. Yours was just. Theirs was like. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like super confused. Like, first of all, is this like just someone above me who like dropped a box a couple of times? Is this someone else's door getting knocked on? Like I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, sometimes my girlfriend orders food, so I was like, yeah, is this you? And she's just as confused as me. So I'm like, go over, check out the peephole, and it's two young ladies, probably younger than me, honestly, just standing there, and I see they got like Christ written somewhere on their jacket, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh man.
I've gone this far without having one of these, and here it finally is. So I crack open the door, and I'm like, hello. And they weren't Mormons, which was a true tragedy.
That's what I was expecting.
They were just like, I don't know, people from a church, which is kind of weird. But they were like, they asked me about like if I knew anything about either the people or the apartment above me, and I'm like, I don't know anything about. That was the weird thing. They didn't start the conversation with like anything related to God, which I guess maybe is actually normal because you wouldn't want to just jump into that, right?
Yeah.
But they asked me about like, the apartment above me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know anything about anyone that lives here. And then they were like, well, how do you like living here? I'm like, it's fine. It's an apartment. I'm like,
what?
What the frick? And then obviously after that, then they were like, hey, we're from a church. Are you religious at all? I'm like, no. And then they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, is there anything we can do to help you out? And I'm like, it's kind of a weird question.
Yeah, with what?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Like, you got free money? And they were like, no. And I was like, all right. Well, if you find some, I'm the first guy to get it. And how does that sound? And then they closed the door and they went on their way, I guess.
That's so weird. Maybe there was like supposed to be like a Bible study or something. Cause like
I don't know. It was really
weird.
It was not how I
neighbors
imagined.
have to do with anything?
I didn't want to go into that, man. I didn't want to touch that at all.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about my upstairs neighbors. That's their life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe they're like, like if you would have been like, yeah, like well, we're supposed to have a Bible study or something. Because like that's what what does your neighbors have to do with them ringing your doorbell or knocking on your door?
I don't know. It was weird. That's what I was thinking. The weirdest way to start a conversation.
Yeah.
Because like. I don't know. I'm not a door knocker. But it was also like freaking 7:00 at night, by the way. It was late. It was not.
See, and again, that leads me to think it was a Bible study, or something. Because who solicits at night?
They didn't mention that they were looking. I mean, the first thing that they asked about someone being upstairs, I didn't really hear them. I didn't want to ask them to repeat it because I knew these people were just door knockers.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure what they said the first time, but at the rest of the conversation, they did not mention a Bible study or being late for something, or they didn't look like they were lost at all. So I have a hard time believing that, but it could be true for sure.
But see, that's like if they were like fundraising or like
they were so young too, man. I was like, where are your parents at? I mean, they weren't like kids. They were like probably over 18, but they were like, not very over 18.
Yeah.
They were like 20, if even that.
Huh.
And I was just like.
And women. Usually it's dudes knocking on the door.
Like, why are there just like 20-year-old women knocking on my door? Like, can this just happen all the time? Like, what is going on, man? I'm like,
well, maybe they're changing their tactics, like, hey, we gotta put some asses in the seats,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was so confused. I was like, why are there just like young women here knocking on my door asking me about if I like living here? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So that was a weird experience. It was so late. I'm like, why are people door knocking at 6, 7 p.m.?
And that's the point. Like, if they were really expecting you to be, you don't bother people around after dinner. Like, you don't.
You don't do that. It was funky.
And then on the weekend, too.
I think it was Friday. Or it might have been Thursday. I don't know. It wasn't like on Saturday. It wasn't last night. I don't think. Was it last night? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't last night. Definitely wasn't last night.
That's so weird.
So it was either Friday or Thursday night.
Yeah.
Which was it was definitely
strange happenings.
But like they didn't. I don't know, man. I think I'm just caught off guard because I've always wanted to act interested, invite them in, and then take off all my clothes. But it was weird. They're young girls. Like I couldn't do that,
Yeah.
I was like, I have a girlfriend and these are young women. I can't really pull that one off.
You'd have been in the back of a cop car.
But that's always what I wanted to do against the Mormons. Like you act interested, and then when they invite themselves in to sit somewhere, then I have no couch, right? So like, where the fuck do I sit? And then I just go to the bathroom, get naked, and plop my ass down in the middle of the fucking floor. Wouldn't that be hilarious? That'd be great.
But
I couldn't do it. 20-year-old.
If they were still willing to have the conversation, though, would that feel like a backfire then? You're just sitting.
No, that would be like it would be a test. Like, would you be willing to try to convert someone who is obviously this far astray from God?
I mean, but is being naked astray from God? That's how he made us.
In front of strangers? Yes!
I mean, that's how he made us. I mean, unless you turn it into a sexual thing.
I would do my very best to not make it sexual.
Yeah, because, some people just like being naked.
Exactly, that's what I tell them. I just I'm in my own home. I'd like to be naked if you don't mind. I'll see if they join.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what if they took you up on it, though?
Well, then I got 2 naked people sitting in my house on the floor.
Jeez Louise.
I just think it'd be just see what happens,
Yeah?
See what happens. But, I mean, obviously I couldn't do that with a girlfriend and them being young ladies.
I mean...
And they were also not Mormons, so I couldn't even...
I mean, it's 2025, man. We're all equal.
I would have to have multiple conversations with both parties before I do that, and I wasn't going to do that.
I mean, if you came out of the bathroom...
at 7 p.m.
If you came out of the bathroom and you just immediately was like, this isn't a sex thing. This isn't sexual. I swear. They're like, huh? They're like, oh, he's naked.
I think they would just leave, man.
It'd be a
I
test
feel
of
like
their
most people would just
faith.
leave.
It'd be a test of their faith.
Exactly.
You're supposed to...
I mean, if you're that kind of person to go out and knock on doors, try to get people to join your church, here's a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Problem is, they're not going to win the challenge, though. They can't actually get me to go to the church, so it feels kind of bad. And it's like a challenge they can never win.
Oh, so you don't think there's anything they could ever say?
No.
No,
absolutely not. I mean, maybe I'll, go to the church just to see, but I'm not going to,
So, okay.
Get religious or anything.
Here's a super duper hypothetical. If you had a dream that was like no other dream that you've ever had,
mm-hmm.
and it was like a meeting with the Creator, do you think that would make you want to go to church if he presented himself to you?
In a dream, I don't think so. I would want him to present himself in real life somehow. Maybe in the dream, I would ask him, "Hey, man, if you really are the Creator, then at 11:59 on Friday, make my phone go off." I don't know. I'd ask him to do something.
Yeah.
Right? I'd make it specific. I would tell him in the dream what he needs to do. He can't just be give me a sign, because it's not gonna be fucking anything.
Yeah.
I need something specific. Make my light turn off randomly at 11:59. Something like that. That only he could do. Then I would probably be convinced, but I don't know if I'd still go to church though. That'd be fucking annoying. Because that church people probably don't know what the fuck's going on. How do I know that my pastor is a disciple of God? I guess the guy in the dream would have to tell me, "Hey, this guy is a legit guy."
Go to this one.
But even then, I'd be like, man, I have to drive on Sunday? Fuck that, man. I don't know if I'd do that.
No?
I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
I'd probably turn into a believer. I'd probably be like, yeah, I believe in God. I think there is a Creator. If he came to me in a dream and gave me a sign in real life after the dream, I think I could be convinced. But I don't think I'd be convinced to go to church. I don't think even the Creator could do that for me.
Yeah, so even anything short of that though definitely would not.
Yeah, I don't know.
No?
I don't think so. If even that's getting me to go to church. There's nothing that well in that. Proof the Creator is real won't get me to church.
Yeah. Damn. You are a man of science, though. You need cold, hard facts.
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah. Sure diddly do.
I respect him. I do.
Yeah. So.
What else we got in here? There was a couple other questions you said we couldn't read.
Well, I put one of yours on the things. One of them was good. But there was 2 other ones that I was yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh, the what? Could you take a life?
Yeah, I didn't put that one on
yeah,
there.
that's.
I put. Oh, maybe I didn't put any of them on there.
Yeah.
I didn't put any of them on there, actually. I thought I put one of them on there. Yeah, I didn't put any of those ones on there.
Well, I know your answer to this one, my dear. If would you still eat meat if you were the one that had to hunt it?
No.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I've never had to hunt meat, really. But I feel like if I wasn't using my bare, because you have to gut it, right? Presumably that's in there.
Because you like chicken nuggets.
So, yeah, but I've been on. We did have chickens for a little bit. They were egg chickens. They weren't meat chickens. But, the egg laid the chicken laid the egg, and then I ate the egg. But I guess that's not killing the chicken.
Yeah.
No, but I wasn't attached to the chickens, man. I feel like I couldn't cook the meat, but I feel like I could pull the trigger, and then if someone else gutted it and prepared it into a chicken nugget, I would eat it.
But, like, okay, so you wouldn't have any issue with taking the life, but then if it came down to, like, defeathering it...
Yeah, but, like, then I wouldn't defeather it even if I didn't take the life, you know? Like, if someone else killed it and said, hey, go gut this and then eat it, I'd be like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
But I could pull the trigger and then eat it for sure.
I don't know.
If it was talking to me, though, like, it was my friend, you know, then obviously I couldn't do it. But if it was, like, a wild animal I met out in the forest...
Yeah.
I could do it.
I don't think I could. I think... If it was, like, an opportunity to eat something that, like, was super rare, like, if they were like, look, man, you can eat a piece of this giant squid, but you gotta be the one to shoot the harpoon, you know, like, in that instance, was like, that'd be pretty baller, you know, eating a giant squid.
I don't know, a giant squid's not that, I don't think it's that exciting. It's just normal squid.
No, dude, I'm talking about, like, a fucking, like, Kraken. You know what I mean?
Okay,
or like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a
giant squid.
Yeah.
That's an animal. There's an animal by the name of giant squid. That's a real thing.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm talking about like something biblical though.
Okay.
You know, like fucking, you know.
Well, yeah, I would definitely kill it. If there was a Kraken, I am absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
I don't want that thing ramping over America or Japan. I don't know wherever it's at. It's probably Japan. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it'd probably be Japan.
Yeah, I'm killing that. I wouldn't have to ask. I'm shooting that thing, and then if they turn into meat, people say it's good. I might try it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like calamari, so I'd probably go for it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, but for me, it's just like the opportunity to do something that most people wouldn't have the opportunity to.
Yeah,
like,
killing a Kraken would definitely be up there for sure.
That'd be pretty baller.
Yeah, definitely. And then getting to eat the Kraken. I mean, everyone would have an opportunity to eat the Kraken after because it'd be so much just free meat.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be as rare.
If you could eat the heart of a dragon, you know what I mean?
I don't know if I'd do that.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'd eat that raw. Like, right out of, like, rip it out of its
No, dude, what if it's poison?
warm chest. That'd be the risk.
What if it's, like, on fire? Like, what if it's a dragon and its, like, heart is, like, you know, so hot that you touch it, your hand would just melt off.
That would suck.
Or so cold, it was maybe it's an ice dragon.
Yeah. I'd put an oven mitt on the other hand and make a second attempt. Honestly. I would.
Oh, man. That's great.
Shit.
Oh, well, let us know in the comments below. If you were just, I mean, a lot of our viewers probably already have killed a deer and eaten it.
Oh, yeah, we're in Missouri.
Yeah,
So,
so
I'm sure.
Let us know. Would you, if you pulled the trigger, can you do the gutting and the eating? Or where along that line are you not able to do?
Yeah, because, like, I love bacon, but I don't think I could hurt a pig. You know what I mean? Because they're so vocal, too, you know, like.
No, I think those things are gross, man.
I couldn't.
Marcel's got to get out.
What, just because of an animal murder? Like, what's the big deal?
This is a very animal-safe space.
I mean, I don't think I could do it with a knife. Let's be clear. I don't think I could kill most animals with a knife. But if I'm just shooting them from afar, I think I could do it.
I don't know. Pigs are cute, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely kill a pig.
But bacon is amazing.
Exactly. That's why you could kill a pig. Like, you know, and like if you tell yourself, this is for bacon. This is so people can have bacon. That makes pulling the trigger easy. I'd be asking, where's more? I want to make more bacon. You know?
Oh my god, man.
I'm making the world a better place, you know? What's better for the world? A pig being alive or people enjoying delicious bacon? That's what you gotta ask yourself. What's better? What's making the world a better place?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even eat the bacon because I'm not a fan of bacon. But I'd still do it. Just
Oh
so
my
other people can
god.
enjoy the bacon.
Okay, yeah, we gotta move on. Before you get kicked out for real, man. I think it's back to you anyways. You got.
Well, you missed one that you did. Hold on.
No, because
What
we
do we
talked
got?
about Evil Mustache Man.
Okay, well, we missed one that I was today years old by you. And
I was today years old.
Do you want to go into that or the one below? It's a great one.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god, yeah, it is. I don't. I was just. Is there anything that made you say like, oh shit, I was today years, and it's like it seems like a pretty common thing to other people.
Not off the top of my head, but my girlfriend, we just went to the Reptile Expo. I don't know if it was this episode or last episode I talked about, but she told me that she was not aware that tractors could legally be of colors other than green.
Legally?
Yeah, she thought that it was like a law that all tractors had to be green. And then she realized that it's just all John Deere tractors are green because they're John Deere tractors.
Yeah.
And I was like...
That's cute.
Yeah, she only learned that just recently, apparently. And I'm like, that is, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't, man, there's so many of those.
And I'm sure I've had them.
Yeah.
Right? I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah. Because as I typed it, there was one that I have, but I can't.
You can't remember?
Yeah,
Yes, that's the problem. I can't remember. Because I try to, like, you know, I don't want to make myself think that I'm an idiot. So I try to just assume I knew everything the whole time. Well, the polar bear. I mean, you were today's yours.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Wasn't a polar bear.
Fucking, yeah, I've lived in this town longer than I've lived anywhere else.
And I want to be clear, that statue now, and maybe it was white back in the past, but now it's so dirty that it is more brown than it is white.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. That is not no white statue.
I think it did used to be white.
I think it used to be more white than it is now. I think it's just so dirty that it looks pretty brown. Yeah, why would there be a polar bear?
I don't know, man. I really don't. And like as I said it, and then I questioned it, I still to this day I don't know why I thought.
I guess it was white. You see a white bear, you think it's a polar bear. You know?
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. What about you? Anything you were today years old when you
I'm not listening to y'all.
Wow, she doesn't care about
Oh yeah,
us.
we're on the outs now.
Oh, because we're murdered animals?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she really doesn't like that.
Yeah. We're okay.
It was the Kraken though.
Yeah. We'll have to win her back.
Okay.
Over time.
Well, here's a great thing that I found while reading the handbook at my new job. I was reading just the handbook, going through it, reading the clauses on harassment, and sexual harassment, and it said that like one instance of I don't know what it said.
Yeah, it was sexual harassment.
It was like one instance of like a sexual joke or thing does not constitute harassment, or does not usually constitute harassment. And I'm just like, so I can just like grab a girl's ass if it's one time or big chill. Like, I'm like, this is horrible. Who wrote this thing? You know?
Yeah, like, oh, that's not cool. Okay, duly noted.
I won't promise won't do it again. Like, who wrote this?
You got a fucking calendar and it's just like all your coworkers' names each day.
I would assume that like if you did, like even between two different people, I would think it would.
Well,
the second time you grab a girl's ass, even if it's a different girl, I think it would still constitute harassment.
Like, oh, I grabbed her ass, but I grabbed her tits. So it's like, hey, that's two different things. Yeah.
I don't think you get away with that. Yeah. I don't think it was written in a way that would be okay, but it was still like, you could just do something just relatively egregious. And as long as it's just a one time, it's fine. It's okay.
What they were probably talking about is like, if you're like, hey, you want to go out sometime? And they're like, no. If you ask again, then it's sexual harassment. But like that one time of you just being like, hey, do you want to get dinner?
Yeah, but like that didn't read like that. It wasn't like.
That's usually how the video.
One small. Well, it wasn't a video. It was text. It wasn't like one small offense. It was like one offense does not usually do it. I'm like, okay, sure, because I can think of a lot of offenses that should definitely do it.
Well, hey, make them count, man.
I'm not gonna make them count. I'm not gonna do that. That's not happening. But I thought that was hilarious. It's like clearly written by a man, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, hey,
clearly written by a man.
Don't be a bitch. That's basically.
You got a couple above there. Above the community.
Did you know koala bears have fingerprints?
No, I did not know that, my dear.
They do.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They usually also have herpes.
Chlamydia.
Yeah, I think it's
maybe
all of them.
Mm-hmm. Was it turtles then? I saw pictures. I think it was turtles with herpes.
Well, the good news is I don't think that's possible. The koalas definitely is, but I don't think the turtles is.
It is. I've seen pictures.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How? Now, you don't answer that.
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
Yeah.
I'm good to not know.
Where did we? One-time sexual harassment. What? No, it's back to
You got these two.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're there's a whole thing going around now. Like, I know you've probably heard about the healthcare CEO that got murdered.
Yeah.
And then like now all of the the ladies are into the guy that did the murder because apparently he's hot.
Right.
Is there any hot criminals that you've ever had a crush on?
I mean, I don't usually go out of my way to learn about horrible criminals, but I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
A criminal being hot. Because I think, for me, a large part of attraction is like who you are as a person.
Oh.
Right. So, I think if they're a criminal, I'm probably not gonna find them very hot, just in general. But I mean, even if I try to look past that, I mean, I can't think of any. I mean, I can't really think of any female criminals. But usually the ones I see are like a mugshot of like, you know, one with like really scrawny ass hair and, you know, a shirt that doesn't fit her and she's like tattoos. Like, I mean, maybe that's super stereotyping, but that's what comes to my mind when I think of a criminal.
Yeah.
A female criminal, and I'm not attracted to that. So.
What about you, my dear? Any hot criminals that you've ever had the hots for?
Yeah, like all of my ex-boyfriends.
Oh. I guess I walked right into that one. I walked right into that one.
Apparently, the Luigi guy, the murderer, apparently he's like huge in China, for some reason. Like apparently, people in China are just like idolizing the fuck out of him, like even more than
the guy that murdered the healthcare guy.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Chinese are just like, I don't know.
Why do they care?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
So
they seem to like
weird.
him more than his fans like him here in America.
Maybe because they feel like the healthcare guy getting murdered is like hurting us as a society, and maybe it's more of a fuck America type deal.
No,
No?
they're praising the murderer guy. They have like videos of him in Chinese to like Chinese music of like and hearts and shit. Like,
Now, are these young women? Is he like a heartthrob over there? Are these
yeah, something like that. I'm not really entirely sure because I don't speak Chinese, and I saw like one video about it, and it wasn't super in depth. So, you know, I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they have at least a community. Maybe it's not huge. Maybe the fact that, you know, I was seeing it was like, you know, inflated, but they have at least a community of people who are big fans of murdering CEOs.
Huh.
So
That is so weird.
it is weird, and it's like, why China? I don't know.
Well,
Let us know if you're a Chinese viewer.
yeah. Like,
Let us know what's up with the
going on?
boner for Luigi. The Luigi boner.
Man. Now, this is going to be a weird take.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Have we ever had a not weird
Right,
take?
imagine that. But, you know how we've discussed in the past that fear boner is best boner. So, like,
we discussed that. We did not
I have
write
to,
that into law.
I have to, yeah, but I'm just saying I have to lead with that disclaimer.
Okay.
But there is something a little talented about the thought of picking up Eileen Wuornos or Eileen. Is it Eileen Wuornos or Eileen Wuornos?
Warnos.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
For those that don't know,
I'll Google this.
Eileen, and I'm just gonna preface this. She is not an attractive lady.
She was a murderous prostitute.
Eileen, what's the last name?
Like,
Warnos. She was a murdering prostitute.
yeah. But the very talented actress Charlize Theron played her, but she was not talented in that movie, in that sense. But just that concept and the whole like. Now, in the scenario, I would definitely have to know that it's her. And know that there's a chance that I might get killed.
A chance?
Yeah. Well, because, yeah,
She doesn't seem like the kind of person who's going to leave it up to chance.
She didn't kill all of her customers. There's just certain ones.
What was the reason? Did she give a reason as to why?
It didn't really seem like there was much rhyme and reason. Now, her explanation was these guys all were just, like, too handsy or, like, you know, didn't follow the rules, or she thought that guy was going to try and kill her. But she was just fucking nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to say that twice.
Well, I mean, as in, like, there wasn't really, at least in the movie, there wasn't, like, these guys were just picking up a prostitute. And then she's like, you trying to fucking, you know, you're going to kill me? And then they're like, what are you talking about? And then she would just kill them.
Well, no, the first one, her first murder, he did rape her.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And shoved, like, a broomstick in her,
Oh, my God.
in her boom boom.
It's all come full circle. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's the best.
Don't do that, by the way, folks.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Don't be a
not.
criminal.
Yeah, no, but if you are, you know.
Then Darius is looking for he'll pay.
No, I'm off the market. These are hypotheticals here. You know, I'm not in the market for.
He's in a hypothetical market.
Yes, we're talking about fantasy land. But yeah, that was my only thoughts on hot criminals. But man, I'm just still reeling that like.
Why are you thinking about that?
your response. I'm like, yeah, that stings the nostrils. That's another Anchorman quote that,
Did you know you can't hum while you're holding your nose?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just wanted to hear somebody do that.
That's what it is. The internet said.
Well,
you cannot hold your nose closed and hum.
He just did.
That wasn't a hum, really, was it?
Yeah.
I guess that is a hum.
Yeah.
The internet's lying.
You just wanted to hear him. You just wanted to hear somebody sound like a, what is that, like a foghorn? But yeah, man. I guess we're circling back to movie topics here. Have you ever seen The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the ones I have seen.
So
a long time ago.
Okay, as you were watching it, did you have any clue that Bruce Willis was dead?
No, I was very young. It wasn't.
Yeah.
And they did a good job in the movie. They didn't really. Obviously they have clues for your second watch through, but your first watch through, it's you don't expect him to be dead at all.
Yeah. I was watching a video on M. Night Shyamalan and how people are too harsh of a critic on him.
M. Night who?
I'm sorry. What do we?
Shyamalan ding dong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize how she was going for it.
We don't say names properly in this household in most instances. But yeah, he gets a bad rap because I think that
does he? I thought he was a great. Isn't he I thought he was widely renowned as a great
because
director.
He had that movie. Was it The Happening?
Mm-hmm.
Where the fucking trees were killing people?
Oh shit!
Terrible movie.
Yeah, and that kind of.
You can't win them all.
The Village is when.
That was terrible too.
It was okay.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever seen The Village?
No, I have not seen The Happening or The Village.
Now The Happening was fucking terrible, but The Village was basically a village.
Didn't see that one coming.
Where
Holy.
well, but see, I don't want to ruin it. But I don't know if that's.
If it's a horror movie, I don't really like.
Right,
I'm not gonna watch a horror movie.
Spoiler warning: if you haven't seen The Village, even though it's about 20 years old.
Yeah.
But
put a spoiler warning on
this village, you think it takes place back in colonial times or some shit, or it's an Amish community.
Okay.
Because there's no technology. No civilization really. They dress like it's old times.
That's just how it was 20 years ago, though. Wasn't it?
Not exactly.
Right.
We had some stuff, but
they didn't have smartphones back then. That's pretty much caveman times.
We had plumbing and shit, though.
Oh, there's no plumbing either. Okay.
Yeah, but
how do they go poo?
Outhouses.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, but there's these monsters that are lurking around at night, and they pay homage to these monsters by painting this symbol on their door so the monsters don't come in their house, but they don't stray too far beyond the woods because that's the monsters' territory. So it's basically we have to stay in this village. We stray too far and the monsters will kill us.
Okay.
But you come to find out this blind chick do you remember why she had to leave the village? Because it wasn't just curiosity.
I don't even think I watched the whole movie, to be honest.
She was probably blind.
Well, she was definitely blind. But something happened to where she needed to leave.
Because she was blind.
And then she makes it past these monsters, and then she makes it onto a highway. And then, because, M. Night movies, there's got to be a twist.
Right.
She makes it past them to a highway, and oh shit, it's modern times. What the fuck's going on? There's cars and, electricity and billboards and the whole nine. And you're like, wait a minute, this is in the present day? There were no monsters. It was just people in costumes that lived in the village, so nobody would ever get the idea to stray from the village because a bunch of hippies 30 years prior decided to leave civilization and start their own. But then they wanted to trick the rest of the community into staying there because they felt like technology in modern times were warping people's spiritual perspective or something like that. But that was the beginning of people really ragging on M. Night Shyamalan because we came off of The Sixth Sense and I think Unbreakable too, which if you've never seen Unbreakable, that movie's fucking
No.
incredible. Oh my fucking god. If RomeBros go to the movies, that's the first movie we're watching. Is Unbreakable. That's the fucking movie. But, yeah, so, like, yeah, it was, people were expecting this big crazy twist, and the only twist was that it was just people in costumes. So from there, his reputation started to take a hit, but,
I mean, you can't win them all, man. Like, come on.
yeah. But The Happening, though, like, because, like, in the beginning, it's really fucking spooky, man. Like, oh my god, people are, like, for no reason, people just started committing suicide. Like, en masse, like...
Now we've all been there.
A bunch of people. But it turns out that it was the trees that were behind it. They were putting off some kind of pheromone.
Oh my gosh,
that,
man. That is the worst, dude. When the trees send off those pheromones that make you want to kill yourself, dude. I hate it when that happens. That is just the worst thing.
But again, like, they had, like, Mark Wahlberg in there. Like, it was a pretty, you know... star-studded cast, and then it's like the trees are
dude. that is the worst. Man.
Yeah, but no, dude. Like, what was the other one? Signs. You ever seen that one with Melly Gippers?
Maybe.
And
don't know who Melly Gippers is.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one. What was another one he had that was pretty good? Oh well, yeah, but I don't really have a point here. I'm just kind of talking in circles.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
Yeah. But you posed a good question there. Is that reserved for Would You Rather Sunday?
What?
Right underneath my community questions. You got one?
Oh yeah, I think that one's live.
Oh okay.
Or it's coming live. Yeah, we can talk about it though.
Okay, yeah, if it's already up, I think
it will be up by the time this episode goes up.
Okay.
Would you rather? Or will it? Is it? I might not have put it up there. I'll have to go double check. But it will be up there at some point. Hopefully
by the time they see this though, because they're not going to see this for a couple weeks.
I think I've already got quite a few Would You Rathers lined up for Sunday.
Okay.
So I might have forgotten to put this one up there. But would you rather take a dump in the shower or shower in the toilet?
Take a dump in the shower, 100%.
See, that on the surface, that sounds like an easy option. But if you take a shit in the shower, you're going to have to smoosh that down the drain. That's not just going to go down the drain.
But you can take a shit in the shower and then and then just clean it out of the shower.
Not allowed. You're not allowed to just take a shit out of the shower.
So then the shit just has to stay there?
You have to somehow get it down the drain in the shower.
I would still pick that. How do you shower in a toilet?
I don't know. How do you shit in a shower and get it down the drain?
It'd be because I mean, over time, like if you take several showers, like the water would break up the shit, and it would go. But then you have
a
shit
sitting in your bathroom for quite a while.
Well, and poo particles floating around in the shower, brushing up against your ankles.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even take a bath until that poop's gone.
Oh man. I mean, you could take showers.
Okay, what if we change the question? What if every time you poop, you have to poop in the shower, or every time you shower, you have to shower in the toilet? Does that change the answer at all?
No.
I think it does for me, because we have a bidet, so you could just turn on the bidet and do a little hoe bath.
No.
I think I'd rather do that than to try to smush shit down the shower with my toes or something. Like what?
Yeah, I think one time for sure I'm definitely on team poop in the shower. Multiple times. I don't know. It does get harder for me. I think it's a lot closer if it's.
Well, like no, if you're dropping these monster logs that you're talking about, like you're gonna have a collection of those over time.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be hard to get. Like I'd clog the shower. So. I don't know. It'd be a tough one. It'd be a tough one.
I think I'd be hoe bathing in the bidet. I'm sorry, because I shit a lot.
The problem is though, dude, toilet water in the winter is even in the summer is so cold.
It is really cold.
It is so cold. So you're not only are you taking a cold shower, but you are taking like a really cold shower.
Yeah, and it's toilet water.
And it's like just hard to shower because you don't really have much spray at all.
Yeah, it would definitely.
You're lucky you have a bidet. You know?
It would definitely have to be a hoe bath. Like there's no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like fucking dipping my hands in the toilet bowl, washing my face. Like no, there's no way.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below and in the poll if it's up. If it's not up, it should be up soon.
Oh my god, dude. That's gross on both. In fact, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of Would You Rather. Yeah. It's not supposed to be
Yeah,
easy.
You're not supposed to have an easy time selecting it.
Shit, but yeah, I'm shitting like 3-4 times a day.
Wow. What are you doing? Hey, the good news about shitting in the shower, though, you don't have to worry about wiping. You just clean up.
Yeah, just turn the water on, yeah.
Well, the water should already be on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in your...
I'm not taking 3 or 4 showers a day.
You're right. It does, in my eyes, it had to be on every time because I poop like once a month, so... But yeah, it doesn't actually have to be on there.
Damn.
But yeah, you can just turn it on as you're washing it down and wash your ass, you know?
I don't know, man. It'd be a lot of shit in the shower.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Would you rather? Those are the, so...
Because, like, if you don't get it all, I don't... How would you ever feel clean with all of, like, the poo particles just brushing
You
up
just gotta
against
get it down the drain. You just gotta spend the time to get it down the drain.
Oh, man. No way.
No,
because then, too, like, if you... Like, there's certain things you eat that don't really break down like that. You know? Like...
Yeah.
Not to get too graphic, but, like...
Popcorn?
Or Chinese food, if there's like bits of onions, sometimes that comes back in the same shape. You know, so it's
there you go.
How are you getting that down the drain? Is what I'm saying. A
whole ass onion?
Yeah, like a chunk of onion, or like a fucking chunk of, not like a whole onion, but like.
No, it's in the same way you're getting the poop down the drain.
Yeah, dude, I'm not. Wet food is like, there are a few things grosser to me than wet food. You're talking about wet shit covered food now. But then
it's pretty gross.
Or a cold shower with toilet water.
Or every time you shower, a cold toilet shower bath with toilet water. These both suck. Man. These are both real bad.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, man. So yeah, comment, please interact with that one. I would like to know your thoughts on how you would make that work, because I don't. Oh my god.
Yeah, and again, if you're shit in the shower, you cannot take the shit out of the shower. That is cheating. And honestly, I think a bidet would kind of be cheating as well.
Yeah, I mean, because if you...
I'll allow it because, I mean, it's not really going to make it that much easier, honestly.
Really you still have to lean in.
And if you do choose shower in the toilet, the back of the toilet is available for you.
Oh.
You could, if that helps you in some way. That is an option for
man. You look in the back, that's all rusty.
Yeah, it's not really any better. Yeah, that's why I said it's available.
That's probably
make
worse,
it any better.
Honestly.
Hey, maybe someone has an idea. Now maybe they just take a cup and they just scoop out of the back and dump it on themselves. I don't know.
That's silly cold as fuck.
Yeah, it would be. Yes, it would. Maybe they got a heated cup. I don't know. Let us know, what's your solution to that problem? Can you find one, or do you just suffer like the rest of us would?
Speaking of poop, did you know before toilet paper was invented, people used corn cobs?
I don't believe you.
I swear.
Like eaten cobs?
Dried corn cobs.
Like after they've eaten the corn off the cob? No. The corn is on the cob. They're just wasting perfectly good corn.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe
Look it up!
I could see eaten corn
Did
cobs.
people use corn before toilet paper was invented? Yes.
I thought it was just bark or like a leaf.
There's so many
Hold on. Corn is going to be the photo for this episode. What was used?
Corn butt.
Before... Where was on my toilet paper? Toilet... Did they have... Now, what came first? Toilet or toilet paper? Leaves, grass, moss, sand, and water. It says AI. Let's see what not AI uses.
Just ask the internet, did people use corn before toilet paper?
That's a loaded question. Of course the internet's going to say yes. They found one guy...
What do you mean, of course the internet's going to say yes?
You're going to find one instance of it being done and be like, oh my gosh, it happened.
It was a thing.
Okay, now, all I typed was, did people use corn? And it finished the sentence.
Corn cobs to wipe. Yes, people used corn cobs to wipe before toilet paper was invented. Corn cobs were a popular choice in North American early eras. Plentiful, corn cobs are soft, especially when dried. Easy to handle. The kernels were removed from the cob
Oh, okay. Well, still.
But why? Why a corn?
Because if the corn is off, then the grooves will trap the poop. It'll be dry. I can see it, honestly. I would do it.
Who's taking a dump and's like, okay, I got this corn cob. Like, why do you have that? You know?
Because you had a bunch of corn. You eat the corn, you take it off the cob, you probably throw it out back close to where you take a shit. They run out of leaves. Uh-oh, what's nearby? Let me grab this corn cob. Oh, it actually does a great job. I can see it, man. I can see it. I would wipe my ass with a corn cob.
I need a visual. Do you? How would you even hold it? Like, what?
You just hold the cob and you just go long ways. You know? I mean, same way you do a lot of other things over there with the shaft-like item, you know?
Random.
It's not. This makes perfect sense.
It makes no sense, and you know it. Like how anybody would think to do that.
I don't know what to tell you. I know it's great.
Man, we are so weird as a species. We are.
It's not, dude. It's not. I mean, they use why is it weirder than using a leaf? It's a plant-based material that you can get poop on.
Well, okay.
That you then just throw out behind where you just took a dump, and it'll compost. Like it's
leaves are right there. Like most people excuse themselves in the woods to take a dump. I'd imagine back then. So leaves are right there. That makes sense. Like
you don't think they had like a pile of their used corn cobs that had already been eaten?
Like, what are you saving those for?
They didn't say when they threw them out back when people take a shit.
So you're shitting like right where the garbage is, so the garbage stinks that much worse?
Yeah, you want all your trash and gross stuff in one area. You don't want it spread out.
I would assume that people were like, I don't know, like, well, I guess you wouldn't want to like pollute the drinking water or where you're washing your clothes.
Exactly.
But I would assume though that people would take a dump somewhere where no one would ever have to see it again. Whether that meant like,
I mean, if you have a village,
burying it or like some kind of sewer runoff. Archaic.
I'm just thinking, like, if I was in a village and I didn't have trash cans or, a garbage disposal company, and I was living off the land, I'm putting my shit, maybe I'm still burying it, but I'm putting my shit close to where I'm putting our trash.
I feel like they would be burning, like, disposable shit like corn cobs.
I still feel like wherever you're
leaving that laying
wherever you're burning it, wherever you're disposing of it at, I still feel like that's going to be close to where you're taking a shit. And if someone's already used up all the leaves, there's no more toilet paper on the roll, what do? You be a man and use your hand. Or in this case, you'd be a man and use a corn on the cob.
Oh. And see, my brain, like...
I don't think it'd be that bad.
It automatically jumps to, like, why was that the first thing they tried? But
it was really
yeah,
the first.
I'm sure they tried, like, maybe they tried, like, fucking orange peel.
Yeah, I'm sure they just tried it one time. The guy was like, wow, this actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
And then he went back to village. Well, he probably didn't tell him immediately. He probably did it a couple times. Was like, damn, this is actually really good. And then it came up in conversation. Someone's like, oh man, I hate wiping my ass with those leaves. It's so annoying. And he's like, bro, I'm gonna lie to you. Try a corn cob. He's like, really, corn cob? Yeah, try a corn cob, man. It goes hard. Then he tries it. Next thing you know, everyone's using the corn cob. Next thing you know, they're instead of burning or throwing away their corn cobs, they're taking them all and they're putting them next to where they take a dump. With a toilet paper roll.
We are so weird. You're so weird.
I was thinking
that's fucking weird. But it's crazy though, like how things come full circle on this show because.
Okay, what do we have for the? Hold on. So we're gonna have corn as the picture, but then what did you say at the beginning about the boom boom? Zoom in the boom boom. Okay, that's what we'll do. Zoom in the boom boom for the title, and then the picture will be corn.
Yeah. Oh
God. Oh man.
Goodness. Only here, folks.
Well, that gets us to time.
Oh,
we've done it.
How about it?
We've created a masterpiece. I think this might be the worst episode we've ever made.
You think this is the worst episode we've ever
made? It might be
made?
up there. I mean, opening up with the zoom and the boom boom, then coming back to the zoom and the boom boom.
I don't know.
Ending it with the zoom and the boom boom.
People love continuity, or a callback in a good comedy routine. So.
I hope they love it because
I think we've done worse.
I'm not a fan of the zoom and the boom boom.
There was. Well, hey, wait till next week.
Oh,
Because I'm gonna fucking find a way to top it.
Oh, no. Well, folks, you heard it here first.
Yeah. Prepare
Who's
them
the
cheeks to be clapped.
By Korn.
Yes. Well,
Korn clapping.
yeah. Thanks for joining us. And as always, dog jump off bed?
Philosophy.